Hi, I'm Samantha Delaney Burke, and this is Cape Ann TV. Today we are with some of the cast and crew from the O'Malley production of Willy Wonka. We are with Madison, Jared, Jack, Kara, and Nicole. Hi, guys. So, Madison, why was Willy Wonka chosen for this year's play?
I think it was chosen because it has so many different parts and characters, and we have a lot of kids this year that I think can play those parts well. You know, a lot of the roles are suited for it. So, I think that was mostly the reason.
Okay. How many students are in the production, Jared?
I'd say there's about 75 kids in the production this year, and it's a big turnout.
Jack, do you think it's difficult having 75 people, or it's easy, or it's fun?
It's a lot of fun, but sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking when there are a lot of people talking. And yeah, so it's a lot of fun that you have all these people that want to do a show with you, and you meet all these new people, but sometimes it can be hard.
Kara, how long did it take to produce this play?
It took several months, but because we had to practice and everyone had to make sure that we had the right, numbers and everyone knew their lines. So it took a few months.
How did you enjoy coming back from the high school and helping out with the play?
I love coming back. I love the directors, and I love all of you. I've all been in shows with you guys. And I love being able to work with the choreographers, and it's nice to come back and help again. Yeah.
What are you doing exactly? What have you been doing coming back?
Well, my official title is assistant choreographer and director. I've been helping with the dancing and working in the tech booth, calling the show, doing whatever one of the directors needs, running to their room to get something, just whatever they needed.
How long have you been acting, Madison?
I just started doing school plays in 6th grade. I have no experience. I've been in 4 school plays. So, 3 years.
Jared, how about you?
I've been in maybe 10 plays about. I started when I was maybe in 3rd grade, and I've just liked it so much, and here I am now.
How has your experience grown throughout?
I felt really confident this year. When I got the role, I felt like I could do this. So,
being a 6th grader, did you feel a lot of pressure on you to?
I did a little bit because I knew they don't pick a lot of 6th graders, so I thought I really needed to step it up. So,
Jack, how long have you been acting?
Since the 4th grade. First show was in the 4th grade, and so far I've just been keep going. Yeah. So.
How has your experience grown?
Well, during the years, I've basically just been getting harder and harder material to work on, and that will improve whatever my voice, my acting, my, movement, whatever. And I've worked with a whole bunch of different people that say, all right, if you could do this, that would be amazing. If you could do this, that would be amazing. Just try to do it, and it would be awesome if you could do it. So I've learned new things over the years, and yeah.
What plays have you been in?
Oh,
Try to
many.
list some of them.
Okay. I've done 3 shows for the school at O'Malley. That was Annie, Beauty and the Beast, and Willy Wonka. And then I've done summer shows, summer camps with them, a bunch of them. And then I've done Tarzan and the King and I up at the North Shore Music Theater, and there are a couple.
Okay, Kara, how long have you been acting?
Well, my sister started acting, I think, elementary school, and she started coming home, and she started getting really excited about it, and she got me really excited. So I started in 1st grade. I wasn't very good in 1st grade, but it was really fun, and I tried to get all my friends to do it because I was really nervous. So that was good.
Nicole, how much experience have you had in plays?
I started in kindergarten. We would do 2 shows a year up until 4th grade. And so I've probably done about 15 shows maybe. With each show, you learn things and you pass them on to the next show, and then you help kids with them and you keep passing it on. And so I'm doing it for a while and I like it.
Going back to medicine, what do you like about your role most?
What I like about being Willy Wonka is he's evil, kind of, because he wants these kids to get hurt. And he's kind of like the narrator, so like while he's talking, he's being like mischievous. But in the end, he does it for a good cause. He's trying to teach these kids a lesson, and he's like crazy, and that's always fun. Because I don't like boring people.
So when you're on stage, do you really get to be yourself or be a whole different person?
Kind of both. Because I'm pretty crazy usually. But also I wouldn't, burst out laughing at the thought of television like Willy Wonka does. So it's a little different.
Jared, what do you like most about being Charlie?
What I like most is that being Charlie, it's sort of just fun for me to like get out on the stage and perform, and I've never really been in like the lead part in a play before, so it's pretty fun this year.
How do you feel being told to act like one of the youngest kids on stage? Acting like a younger kid than you are.
Oh, well, Charlie's sort of shy a lot, so I guess I'm shy sometimes, so I can be a little shy on the stage.
So it kind of just works out both ways?
Yeah.
Jack, being Willy Wonka, what do you like most?
Being someone like me, probably just how nuts he is. Basically, for my audition, the directors went and they said, okay, you're trying out for Willy Wonka. We want you to sing. So I sang. Then they go, read this. Now read it crazily. Now read it evilly. Now read it like a serial killer. This is no joke.
They said that, actually.
They said that.
Read it like a creepy old man.
Read it like, and of course they made me go last, of course. But I still love them, and it was one of the hardest auditions I've ever done, because they just went through challenges.
So they test your skills.
Yes.
Kara, what do you like most about your role?
A lot like Jared said, it's like you have to be this innocent little kid. I've actually had a lot of experience in shows being the innocent little kid. I was Chip in Beauty and the Beast, and I was one of the orphans and Annie. And so they're kind of used to me doing that. But yeah, you have to be like really innocent, and you have to do like facial expressions, and so it's different.
Nicole, what do you like about your role coming back at O'Malley?
I like being on the tech side of it for once, because I was always on stage. That was the first time working the tech booth. And so I like, you learn new things, being able to come back and not do what you were originally doing those 3 years. Yeah.
How did you prepare being Willy Wonka?
How did I prepare?
Singing in the shower, all of the above?
Well, I always sing in the shower. Still not very good, but no. I watched the movies a few times. My grandmother would call me up whenever it was on ABC Family and tell me, oh, Willy Wonka's on, you better watch it. And, I tried to study like the Gene Wilder and the Johnny Depp and try to find a place in between it. But I don't know really how you can prepare for a role like that. You just kind of have to wing it every time.
Jared, how did you prepare?
Well, preparing earlier on, I was sort of just like, wow, I got Charlie. And so I started off looking at my lines and seeing how everything would go. And then I started memorizing some, and then I started memorizing songs. And then I watched the movie, and I saw the little boy, Charlie, and he looked really bubbly. He couldn't let his, excitingness out of him, so...
Jack,
That's what I had to say.
Back to Jack.
How did you prepare for your role?
I'll tell you something right now. Ever since I was a little kid, Willy Wonka has been one of my favorite movies of all time. I would go out in the yard and I would just run around in circles going, Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka, and I have a stick, and I'd be like, yes, I'm Willy Wonka. So the stick was my cane, and the stick vanished. But just watching the movies over and over and over again. And then when the new one came out, it's like, okay, this one and this one, they both have two different personalities almost. So if you look at Johnny Depp, he's, oh yes, oh yeah. And then Gene Wilder's kind of like, oh, So yeah, it's.
How did you decide which one you wanted to be
Well, you
more
kind
like?
of have to. You have to go as a mix almost. So
You have to
be,
find a place in between.
exactly. So you have to
You
find.
also should be yourself too.
Yeah. I think that's worked out pretty well.
Kara, what do you like most? Oh, how did you prepare for your role?
Well, first I was like shocked. I remember staring at my friend from across the room after we got the cast list, and I was like mouth open for like 5 minutes. Yeah, the two of us were. And I got so excited that before we even got our scripts, I started looking up the songs on the internet, and I was listening to them, and I was already trying to memorize because I was really excited.
Was there any preparing exactly coming back?
Not really. I mean, I learned stuff from other shows which I could, use. I didn't know how to work the tech booth though. That
So
was
you-
all new.
How was your experience learning? I know the tech booth because
Yeah,
I
you
was
know
in
the tech
there.
booth.
But how is learning the tech booth and learning all to produce a play and direct and choreograph?
It was great. I made a lot of mistakes the first couple weeks.
Everyone
no.
makes mistakes.
Yeah. But you learn over time, and I loved it, and I loved people in the tech booth, and yeah.
What was the most challenging part about this performance to you, Madison?
Willy Wonka's laugh. Like, he'll laugh at the most random things. Like, there's no television reception in the factory. And then he has to laugh like he thinks it's hilarious. And I wasn't sure how to do that. And also, some of the songs, like the guy on the CD that we have to sing it,
Oh my gosh.
he's like a 6-year-old man or something.
He's crazy.
So his voice is like wicked deep, and not even Jack has like that deep of a voice. So both of us have to like take time aside to try to find a right note, I guess.
What was the most challenging part about being Charlie?
Well, some of the songs in Willy Wonka, they can be challenging. The notes can be up and down all around. And so I'd say Charlie had a few really tough songs that you'd need to memorize, so that's what you would need to do.
Now, what helped you prepare to sing those songs? Was it practice or was it little?
I just think practicing all the time. Like, by the end of the show, I'll be so sick of Think Positive all over again.
I didn't know that one existed before we started doing this show, and now it's forever going to be in my head.
Yeah.